Good morning, traders. Welcome to the mini Thunderdome. Today is November 29th, 2022. Well, good morning. Good morning. New to this channel, we narrate live channel. It is pure education. I'm not here to call out trades and make you pass your evaluation. This is pure educational. Supposed to be correlating your trades with mine, not a trade calling out channel. Right? So correlate your trades. If it works out that it matches what I'm saying, then chances are we're both right, or I'm wrong and right, or vice versa. Not liable for any losses or damages to account. Right, let's get down to some numbers here. All right, guys, you need to pay attention to these numbers. It takes me time make them, and they're pretty spot on. So POC moved down from 4,000. Now it's at 39.82. Resistance at 4,000 and 40.24, and support at 39.60. Yesterday I had support at 4,000 and 39.60. The low yesterday was 39.60 and a quarter. Short targets 39.60, 39.48, 39.43, 39.40, 39.35. Long shot on the short side is 39.31. Also have the long side 39.76, right above 39.83. 40.12, 40.17, which I had that as my first target on the long side yesterday, and it stopped exactly at 17. Got 40.27, and the long shot is 40.48. Just taking a screenshot of these and saving it. Wind the video. Take a screenshot. Yesterday, we were spot on scenario 2. I said the market can go to 17 and dropped all the way down to 83. I was wrong about 83. It went all the way down to 60. Pay attention to these scenarios also. So, I think that the key point this morning will be that key point is if it can hold 70 or if it could hold 60, it's going up. Okay, so I got scenario 1 going all the way down to 60 and then working itself up. Scenario 2 stopping at 70 and working itself up, and then scenario 3 just out of the gate start hitting targets to the upside. Or if it's past that 60 and 70, then we're going to go down all the way to 39.40. Yesterday I said I was on the buy side, and I think if it wasn't for the Fed coming out, I think that we would have seen a different outlook, a different ending. Because yesterday I was doing some homework, and exactly at 9:03, the Fed came out, and that's when it started to challenge 4,000, because it seems like it was holding 4,000, and then once Fed started talking, that's when the meltdown started. So, right, I have a little break here. I may have to end my day early. I may not do the full hour today. I forgot that I have a doctor's appointment. I forgot to tell you guys that I have a doctor's appointment, so I'm not able to of the World Cup either. So, guys, yeah. So the main key is if it can hold these areas here. So what are these areas? Is yesterday's settlement and yesterday's low. I think that will be the clue if we're going lower or not. They become support, then we're going up. Don't know if we will stay up, but I think that it will. We can get at least a 30-point trade if it can hold 70. I think that it will challenge 4,000. I think that 4,000 is a major target today. So, right, that's what I'll be looking for. Not taking any trades, but so I would like to be right on what I'm seeing. Right. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break here. I have nothing else. There is some reports. If you guys are going to be trading the rest of the day, do watch out for this. There's let's see, 8:30 my time. There's a GDP in Canada. Then there is at 10 a.m. There's Bailey speaking out of England, and also consumer confidence, and that combination can move the market a lot. So do be careful at 10 a.m. All right, that's 1 p.m. the East Coast. Guys, I'll be right back. Restroom run. Appointment, so no coffee. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Morning, best of luck to everybody. Right, so open a little lower, pause it for a second. So again, key is holding 70 or holding 60. Can't hold that, then going lower. We're starting with POC at 72 and a quarter. So we're opening under POC and under VWAP. Ready, gonna that's 60. And POC just dropped to 69.50. So it dropped again. 68.50. So it's up to you to interpret it if they are buying the hell out of it or they're selling the hell out of it, right? Because it moved twice. Let's see if we can get a challenge of the first POC at 72 or if it's gonna just start. Gonna challenge that 60. I think yesterday's low is pretty solid, but we do have some weak areas between 43 and 40. POC moved again. Now it's at 66. All right, let's see how we deal here with opening price. Opening price is at 69. It gets rejected. I think it's going to be a choppy day here. I think, again, like I said it yesterday, I think they're waiting for tomorrow. All right, PLC moved up to 68. Be a long opportunity here. All the way up to 77. Or at least close this gap here. First challenge is going to be prior POC at 72. So, tug of war line right there, 72. This area needs to hold right here. If we could do a full rotation up. We are. Hot knife through this. May see 77 or 83 up here. Interest is growing at 75. Got a hot knife right through these numbers. It cannot stop right here. Is the overnight low prior to opening. It looks like it's getting rejected. You don't want to see a challenging opening price. This needs to hold. Can't hold. The long is over. Need to find buyers right now. It's not holding. Careful if you're long. If you didn't see my Apex video that I made yesterday, Apex has extended their 80% off till Monday. And they have changed their evaluation rules. Go and watch my video. I give an overall of what has changed. EOC moved up. Think they're buying. Now POC is at 70.25. Lots going on here. Major battle. So it goes up to 77. Our first target. It cannot fail. Needs to fill in this area here. This is why I say you should screenshot my targets, because sometimes it stop at those targets. It may hit one target and just end. It's because it hits one doesn't mean it's going to hit the other. You guys cannot be following everything that I say. Yesterday, I called out a short from 4,017, and I said it can go all the way down to 4,000, even though I said I would have taken a long at 408. You don't have to go and do the same thing that I'm doing. You're supposed to be doing your own trade. So you could have stayed on that trade and gone all the way down to 4,000, and you would have had a 15-point trade. Yes, thank you for I already pointed that out, but appreciate that. Trader Zone, thank you. All right, looks like it's trying to hold, but this could be a fail also. If we don't see a new RTH high, this means that this area is being held. So either it's finding supply here and it's going to bust out, or this long is killed. It's up to you to determine what you're seeing. Is this holding, or is it having a hard time going through? I think it could be failing. Careful if you're long. But POC has moved up a couple of times. Pretty choppy opening, very small range. If it doesn't bust out of here now, it's going to go all the way down to 60. Can't hold out in this area anymore. So major decision point right here. Like buyers are coming in. Again, it needs to hot knife through 75, and then it cannot stop at 77. Here on a long. So we're looking for, if you're long, you're looking for higher lows. If you are short, you're looking for lower highs. So if you're long, we need to see it bust through this 74, hit 77, come back down, do a little pullback, and then stretch again and go all the way up to 83. Otherwise, it's fail here, and this is a lower high, meaning that the market is coming down. It's going to hit either 66, come back up, and then go to 60. Yeah, it is. Having a hard time just breaking out of this area. We don't see make a new RTH high, chances are that it's not going to happen. Like it's failing to hit it hard. Just saw a big old stop at 74 right here. Needs to bounce off of 70 here. That's where POC is, and VWAP needs to find support right here to just drive north if you're looking for a long. But it looks like opening price is holding, but this here, I think, should have cleared out already. I think you may want to challenge 60 for heading north if it is going to head north. So, scenario 1. That looks like it's struggling. Yeah, nice little battle. Morning, Irvin. But I still think the key number today is 4,000. When? Don't know. Oh, yeah. All the way down to 60. Now let's see what it does at 60. Again, if it busts through 60, then I think it may challenge these lower targets. If it challenges here again, or this right here was the overnight low. So the clue was right here, guys. It was failing. It was failing. That was the clue. It couldn't make a new RTH high. All lower highs. There's interest at 60. There's 387 orders waiting at 60. Don't really watch it. I just watch it to see where it's at, if it's negative or positive. I watch to see what it's doing with the IB, how it's handling IB, the opening price. But I don't have per se like a open chart of the NQ, no. But I do think that one does influence the other, but sometimes it's the ES, sometimes it's the NQ, so hard to say. All right, there could be a short opportunity here. If you didn't jump on the short here, could be one here, but if you're already not in, could be a good idea to wait to see if it challenges 68. So it could do a pullback all the way up to 68, then come down again. So if you're not in, you either have to go and risk jumping in now, but you need to keep got to be aware that it may challenge 68 again. So where are you going to put your stop? Let's turn on clock box. So the same thing is happening here that is happening up there, that happened up there. So another decision point, another hot box. So we need so now we're in balance. Market needs to get out of balance. So is it going to challenge that 68 and then fail and come back down, or is it going to get out of balance now and just go and hit 60? I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't tell you. It's up to you to interpret it. But again, if you're thinking about going short, if you think it's going to go to 60, where are you going to put your stop? Got to be above 70. Either you wait for a pullback, or you got to be under leveraged and be able to take a 8.9 point stop. Here we go. That might have been a stop pick. Here it looks like a stop pick, but on my other charts, it doesn't look. On a higher frame, does not look like a stop pick. So you can't just look at one time frame. You got to look at various at higher time frames if you're using 4 as your trade initiation. So you're saying that you shouldn't look at a higher time frame? Or are you saying that you shouldn't be watching my chart? I don't understand, Parasite. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. So if you guys are not interested, I'll just end the channel. Not going to trade live. Good morning. I don't gotta be here. If you guys are not interested, if you don't think you're not getting anything out of this, I could be trading my account right now. Or you guys want to do a paid service? If you guys want to do a paid service, then I could deal with the nonsense and I'll make money out of the paid service, and I don't gotta freak out about people giving me shit. But I don't want to charge anybody, so I'm trying to keep this free. But I would have taken a short here. I mean, I'm trying to make it as simple and clear as possible without me saying it, but I kept on saying, looks like it's failing here, looks like it's failing here. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, I can't be holding your hand if you want to see me trade because you want me to hold your hand. All right, looks like it wants to bust out of here. Lower high, lower high. We don't see a new low here. Gotta see a new low within the next 5 minutes. Oh, you're talking about watching the NQ. Oh, all right. That's what parasite meant. Yeah. Again, I think 4,000 is the major level. So if it holds this, which looks like it's holding this zone, but it could just break out of here, as we all well know that it could just do a 20-point break. So I think that this area here is all support, but what do I know? So when you're looking for your higher lows and your lower highs, if it breaks more than 3 times, it's over. So here to show if short is done, it has to break this 66 and then it has to break 67. So you want to look for a minimum of 2 breaks. And then if it breaks 73, obviously. All right, here we go. Oh, it stopped right before 60. That's interesting. You're on a short, you don't want to see a 66. Don't want to see a challenge right here at 66. You want to see a 60 before you see a 66 if you are on a short. There's 300. I was going to say 390 at 60. Now it lowered to 370. So are they getting scared? So just because there's a high interest at a number nearby doesn't mean it's going to go there. You can use it as reference, but you can't put all of your eggs in one basket just saying, okay, it's going to go because, you know, there's a whole bunch of traders waiting. Because if you're a buyer, if it hits a number that has a lot of interest, it could start a chain reaction and it could start a sell-off at that number. So if you're a buyer, you want to hold the market before it hits a handle that has a lot of interest. You want to block it. You don't want to see it filled. Yeah, they could be waiting for news. Right, here comes that challenge. EOC just moved down to 64. So all the way from 72 or 70 to 64. Very interesting. Short could be done. It should have, I believe it should have hit 60. I believe it should have hit 60. If you're short, be careful. And interest at 60 has risen to 425. So are they going to try to do a stop pick here, or it just cannot find enough sellers to hit 60? Yep. It started buying early. So you want to, if you're on the long side, you want to see a break 66. That is the first lower high. Then you want to see a break 67. So you always want to see a minimum of 2. Shows that the trend has reversed. You don't see a break either of these two right here. It means that this is just a pullback. So now it looks like we could be on, yeah, still scenario 1, going all the way to 60, holding 60, and now working our way up to 4,000. But it won't be clear until we start breaking these. Here we go, guys. Look at that. POC moved back up to 70. So if you were on a short, I warned you. You don't want to see, you want to see a 60 before seeing a 66. So now it's still not clear. I would like to see another confirmation. It has to make a new higher high. I'm sorry, a new RTH high. Because these are the major lower highs. In this scenario here, I'm not talking about all scenarios, but in this scenario here, to really break the trend, we have to see a new RTH high. This is why I warned you earlier, if you're going to take a short here, where are you going to put your stop? See, if you had gone short here, you had to have your stop above opening price. That's exactly where it went. So retailer mentality would have had their stop at 70 and it went straight to 7, took out the stops, came back down. Now is finding support here in this area as the trend reverse, and this is now support. If you're in a long, you don't want to see it challenge this area here. you're in the long, market has to stop before 65. I do not see, I see a VWAP on Bookmap. I don't think the Ninja VWAP, I don't like it. Right, so we failed to see a new RTH high. It's pulled back to, what is this here? This is supply and demand, right? This is where the market agreed in price. So it's pulling back to this area. Is it going to hot knife right through, or is it going to find support and go long? This could have been just a stop pick. That's why I didn't call it a long out of here, because nothing was clear. Now, there could be a long from here, a possibility, but you have to withstand a stop being under 60. Why? Because 60 is the number that held. So you got to be under leverage to be at least under 63. You'll see move down again. We're back at 65. So yes, they could be waiting, as you guys has mentioned. They could be waiting. So let's see, consumer confidence. Previous. So expectation was 75.4. So consumer confidence has risen. If this can't hold here, so we did not see a higher, didn't see a break this higher high here. So if you're in a long now, you don't want to see a new RTH low. This area needs to hold again. So very challenging day. I'm glad I'm not trading. But it looks like it's trying to find support here. Now the key is to pass this area here, hot knife, and then break this lower high, and then break here to make a new high. So it looked like that was the long right there, where the beginning of my arrow. Still not clear. It has to break 71. It looks like it found support here. Still not clear. So we need to pass 72, which was the POC of opening price. Got a hot knife right through 72 and then make a new RTH high. So it looks like the long at 65 is looking solid. Oh, let me move the chart over. All right, here we go. We need to see a green bar right here. Oh, got rejected. POC now back at 70. Wow, this POC is all over the place. If it can't hold this area here, careful if you're long. Bar needs to turn green. There we go. Now we need to make a new higher high. I mean, a new RTH high. So it broke already a lower high. Now these right here. Now these right here are the ones that needs to be broken next. So got a hot knife right through 74. Having a hard time at 72. And 72 is 76% FIBO. So it looks like retailers are going short here. Is it going to hold? Right. Be careful with a pullback. Looks like it's not holding. It can go all the way down to 63. If you're long, I'll think about raising your stop to entry. If this area can't hold, it's going to pull back all the way down to 63. So need to hot knife right through 76 FIBO and make a new RTH high. That's what you need to see if you're long. But we're right at POC. POC needs to turn into a buying zone. Looks like they're doing outside in until we break. So either we see a 75 or a 60. There could be a short from here all the way down to 63. If it can't hold this zone, careful with going all the way down to 63 if you're short. I mean, if you're long. Well, major battle. Major battle. Yeah, big old battle. Fight is on. This area again needs to hold. If you initiated along here, what I said at 65, I would think about moving your stop to entry. Thank you, Snapperhead. Nice seeing you too, brother. Hope you had a nice vacation. So are you guys paying attention to the patterns? It broke one lower high, but it could not break 73. It couldn't go through 72. So these are the clues you guys need to be watching. Yeah, I called a pullback all the way to 63, and here we are at 65. So is this going to hold? Is it going to end here and resume going up? It can, but now I would be worried because it couldn't break the lower high at 73. It didn't make a new RTH high, and here we are back at the lows. I tried to, all right to target, right to 63. So that was a nice pullback all the way to 63. Now, is it going to hold? If it can't hold here, then it's going to hit that 60. And I would be worried about longs now because we're all the way here, but you never know. It could bounce out of here again and go all the way up. POC down again. Now it went down again from 70 to 65. So this long is still active because if you didn't move your stop to entry, but it's Chop City. Chop City. But there still could be a long out of here, even though it did the pullback that I called. Doesn't mean it's over, but I would start to worry a little bit. Interest at 60 has lowered. Now it's at 300 and a quarter. I think it dropped 100 points, right? I think at one time it was 400 and something. So yeah, it could have been just a pullback. So now the hot box. So now this is the supply and the demand area right here. So we need to get out of this area that they have agreed on price and go out of balance. All right, guys, I'm going to be leaving in 15 minutes here. I need to start overstaying. I should have gotten out at top of the hour. Here we go. It's breaking those higher highs. I mean, those lower highs. Fantastic. World Cup. No, I have a doctor's appointment. I can't watch I'm going to have to watch a recap. No World Cup. I mean, it's on now, but I'm here with you guys. All right, so it broke one here. So this is canceled. You don't count this broken one. That is done. So you count this one. So it broke one lower high, and now it failed to break. Still hasn't failed, but if we see it go down under 65, it means that it couldn't break these right here. So it could still be showing that we are on a downtrend. So we need, again, it's got to pass through 73 and then make a new RTH high. So we broke one. You want to see a minimum of two. But we also broke one on the downside. So right now it's even. Thank you. So right now it's looking like outside in. But how do you know it's really the outside? It's quite, this is why if you're a beginner, you should not be, if you're able to figure it out that they're doing outside in, as a beginner, you shouldn't be trading. Because how do you know what the outside is? If you're a beginner, you should be trading the days that it's clear that it's trending. And you got to just find an opening to get in and follow the trend. You want to look for a pullback to follow the trend. So if it is trending now, the entry would have been when it ended the pullback at 63. But it could have just been it could have been a real move. So it's not clear. It's choppy. So I need to say one more time, guys, I'm here to educate, to show you what I see. Not here to give out trades. If I could point it out without, hurting myself legally, I'll try to make it as clear as possible. But I cannot be calling out trades. Tell you what I see, what the market could be doing, but I could be wrong. You can't be following everything that I do. I make mistakes. Be correlating your trades with mine. Looking more and more like we're gonna hit that 4,000. Gotta break out of this zone here. So broke out of that supply and demand, out of balance. Now we just need to see a new RTH high. Here we go, guys. Buyers are coming in. Now, this has to turn into a green bar. So never forget to look back in time. Right? So look at what happened in the past. Where was the market being held? Is it being held again at the same spot? So it's held at 74. We just hit 74. And I had a hard time. Immediately sell off. It could be just retailer mentality looking for, okay, I'm going short at the double top. Hardly ever make these trades. If it's a triple, triple bottom, triple top, then I may take that trade. Otherwise, I hardly ever believe in these double tops to go short. But I wouldn't initiate a trade either. So, I wouldn't go long right at 74. All right, looks like it's holding. So it broke one lower high. Now it's failing to break the second one. It hasn't failed yet. It would fail if we see a break 63. So anything here could just be a pullback. So are they doing the outside in again? Are they going to go all the way to either 66, find support, or are they going to go all the way down to 60? Or it could just find support at the supply and demand area, which going up, obviously, it became resistance if they agreed in price here earlier. Now it could turn into support, and it could be a launching area if you didn't jump on the long at the bottom here. High risk trade, but if you're willing to risk, jump on the long again. But where are you going to put your stop? Got to be under 67. Best of luck. They've been playing well. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Now, is it going to stop at 77? So even though I have these targets, is it just a one hit and done, or is it going to go for the next target? These are the things that you need to be prepared for. So we just had a sell absorption right at 75.25. That's what you want to see when you're going long. So even though it bounced off pretty hard, the long could still be active. But if you just went long, where you need to be under leverage so you could have your stop under opening price, at least opening price. All of this area here, gotta hide behind the shadow of this area. So I always say be under leverage. That's going to be an insane game. Hopefully I'll be back in time to watch that game. US has been doing very well, but they just can't finish the plays. US is having a hard time. They're going to attack the goal and they can't score. All right, so what have we seen so far, guys? Let's look back in time. To me, it looks like we have spent more time above opening price. So that could be a tell that the market doesn't want to be below 70. So look at scenario one. It's looking more like scenario one, right? Went all the way down to 60, bounced off of 60, and now working our way back up. Perfect scenario one. guys should be taking screenshots of my scenarios, should be taking screenshots of my target sheet. They're worth gold, I think. Here we are. First target on the upside. 76 hit. All right. Let's see if we can hit 83 and not bounce off of 83. All right, guys. I am out of here. Hopefully, I was able to narrate this IB in a way that you're able to understand a little bit more of the market. Trying to help you guys. All right, I appreciate you all. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, give a thumbs up in the video. Would really appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning live in the Thunderdome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Again, 4,000 is the number. I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you.